league better than that other league I've been.
What's up?
Like people and like how the league go
On second down,
is better.
He goes underneath to Abdullah. And he's going to be
like niggas actually play their games in here. Like it ain't gonna be a lot of force
on
wins.
that one, and it's going to bring up a third down.
This is where his eyes told him everything he needed to know. As a linebacker, when you're sitting at the second level and you can see everything in front of you,
come on, I threw that high.
He's picked off his own 47, and they take possession 2 yards away from midfield.
Got to build JT Barrett.
48-yard line.
That's right,
So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to, and I know he feels like he's just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
4 days without you, bro. You trust.
The interception.
Over
the middle, complete. That's McKenzie.
We good.
Taken down at the 44-yard line. That throw good for 4.
We straight on that, bro.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit
we straight on that. Straight like that.
Straight like that.
The waist and push down.
Oh my goodness, was that a deep
No problem, bro. I appreciate you. I didn't think about that. I was like, oh, you want something there?
No, Ken. See, if Skyler was real.
He was on to something.
Listen. If Skyler was real, see, I don't want to take another screenshot. Because then she's gonna be like, "Why you taking a screenshot?" I could have showed you the date. That was last year, bro.
So you can see the screenshots? Like, what is that? Like, how can you see the screenshots of that?
Huh?
Like, what y'all talking on?
That was Snapchat.
That was Snapchat. That's what I say that on?
Yeah, it tell you.
Winston out of
She messing me.
Interesting.
No, I'm not a cheater. Bro, I was a cheater. Yeah, I showed them that because I was telling them I'm gonna have to mute him, bro.
Again, the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
What other girl? You talking about the one that lets you know Instagram?
Down throw for Winston. And incomplete.
I never responded to that. When she said, "Hey there,"
balls, I think are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
Huh? Oh, you talking about the Haitian chick?
He throws and he hits the slant right.
I ain't say nothing else.
18 big yards on that one and a Denver first.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence.
Bro, I did not
find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s.
It's got a bad slide, man.
No, I ain't cheat, bro. If I cheat, I tell you I cheated. I be like, boy, I met me a bad one, dog. I don't think the other chick the one for me, dog.
And the Broncos have taken the early lead.
Bro, it's okay to not be okay. It's cool with me, but I ain't no cheating.
Start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game.
I didn't cheat, bro.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Bro, I just confirmed what I told y'all niggas the other day in chat.
Take it in the end zone. And the decision to come
I wasn't with her when I asked her that.
as he's taken down right at the 20. And Detroit getting set to go now. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a
nigga, I was not with. Bro, what are you? Bro, listen. Listen. I was not with the girl I'm with now when that conversation happened. What part you don't understand?
And he'll be corralled right around the 34.
Do what?
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking
bruh,
up the first.
I'm not. No, bro.
First quarter of a tackling going to be so
bruh, so when I screenshot, listen. When I screenshot, she gonna be like, "What you screenshot?"
That's fine. I'm about that date because that's where it's gonna stand, man.
Well, it's whatever, dude. I know I ain't no champ.
I moved you up. You a double scout,
Exactly. Oh.
Second touchdown on the season.
And she asked me the first time. She talking about when I screenshot it. She said, "Why?" I'm like, "Oh shit."
Prater for the extra point.
Man, you ain't quick, boy.
7-6.
No, I'm saying you can see the screenshot. I just tried to screenshot the shit.
You gotta take a picture with the other. You gotta take a picture with the iPad. Then send
yeah,
I
ain't got no iPad, dude.
Me, I just thought.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. On 1st and 10, Winston. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Sean Robinson able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of a yard. Now Jameis on 2nd down. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker complete. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch
the football.
Doesn't matter what position you play.
Yeah,
if you're on offense,
a
ball may come your way.
Oh, this defense so slow, dog.
Here after the pass play for 2 yards.
I can't even break on balls. Can't do nothing.
I mean, your girl said she gonna break some balls when she find out about the Snapchat.
Nah, that's not old.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. He'll leave it for Cohen, complete. And he's got room. A really nice gain.
It don't say the date. It don't say the date. It just say January. It just say January 26th. It don't say it don't say the year.
Game of mismatches, and they're trying to create.
It don't say the year.
Getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a
nigga, it's been months.
Maybe a defensive end dropping out.
What are you talking about?
He's gonna win that battle just about every time.
I know it's okay, dude.
Right at the 10-yard line. He got 29 yards that time.
Nigga, that wasn't nothing serious. I was trying to really talk to that chick right there before she did A kid.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and
Bye. Bye. That nigga's stupid. He's just retarded.
Even get started. That'll set
he said I was looking for you.
And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage.
He said, you want me to jack all day?
And that is going to set up 3rd and goal.
Yeah, he's trying to sweep in his head. Talking about, I don't know what you be doing. You be parking them cars. I don't be seeing what you be doing. She's like, what?
Who had to learn to play with more leverage. Otherwise, he's going to get off the ball in the NFL. Looks like he's learning his lessons after that play.
They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's 3rd and goal. From the gun, Winston. Being chased out left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
He's shot out, bro.
Ziggy Ansah.
That nigga cheated.
Number 7 for him on the year. So 4th down. On comes Brandon McManus and the field goal unit for the Broncos. And McManus able to put it through. And they jump back in front here. It's 9-7. So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them. The Red Sea.
That little nigga gone.
There he goes.
That little nigga gone.
Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there. His first touchdown of the year. And the Lions are in for 6.
No lower.
Talk to special teams coaches. That theme of being aggressive continues to come through, doesn't it? When they moved the kickoff back to the 35, it was going to cut down on the number of opportunities. But if you've got a special guy, you give him the green light no matter where he fields in the end zone. And in this case, it paid off handsomely.
He fielded it deep in the range of emotions. Maybe like, oh, no, don't
You said
yeah, way to go.
Yeah, sometimes you have to remind your head coach that he
said his been still lying, his been still all the way down.
And that's exactly why he did.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh yeah, they're telling you you on the roof doing tar.
Jameis now on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Telling you I started cutting the grass with some scissors. But the lawnmower broke.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to hold that one in.
Man, I'm gonna be crying.
Winston from the gun on third.
Oh, I ain't get that interception. I set that nigga up decent.
His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did. I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there.
And the ball is knocked out. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. The Broncos on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be third and 5.
To the Giant? That nigga ain't coming to no Giant. Dr. Peterson want to win.
Working out of the gun, Winston. And that is incomplete. A 2017 All-Pro Darius Slay there in coverage, knocking it away.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down.
I'm not going to be a happy camper, though.
I ain't gonna lie. And brings up a fourth down decision.
And no move to get the offense off the field.
He got hurt,
on fourth and 5.
I mean, he gone.
They're indeed going. It's Winston. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out.
Did somebody leave? I just couldn't come in.
Will get the football back in terrific field position.
Oh.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. On first down, Barrett to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time.
Oh, what?
Second down.
He did what? Hold on.
That one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw, trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
Yeah, I ain't going to dot no more. Thank you for telling me, dude. Oh, good.
Throwing again. Barrett. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. Bradley Roby there defensively. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
To throw on third down. Barrett. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Galladay. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old...
No!
Looking for Tate, and it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line.
Brandon, this is
why still getting tatted?
Do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball.
Sound like you caking, wrong. Sound like you caking. You got that low voice on.
Drive, didn't it? Instead,
I knew it. I knew it. I knew it.
First down, Winston. Throwing right side, that's complete. Demaryius Thomas. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Second down, Winston. He'll let this thing go for Sam. This is caught inside the 15. They give him a gain of 37.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. That little arc on it, he's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Jared Davis in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Winston now.
Oh, he threw it straight to me.
It's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
The Broncos on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. To throw, Winston. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22.
I'm starting to wonder if this offensive line just simply doesn't like him. I mean, they've given up 6 sacks in this game. He's had nowhere to go, nowhere to run, and obviously nowhere to hide.
And all those sacks in the first half, this is just complete domination. And McManus able to put it through, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
That ain't funny. That's real.
Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Oh, boy.
A second down run for Abdullah. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
What?
2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Ford Field after this. The Lions on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Now a give. This is Abdullah. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
One advantage having an elite guy to build the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space, the linebackers run free, they can also make plays himself.
And the Broncos get there and take him down. Von Miller.
Oh, boy.
Sack him, and that is 10 for him now.
Oh, man. We're getting a little too excited.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he fumbled it. It's
God.
And the Lions have recovered.
The psychology
I murdered that nigga.
Never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble.
Nigga, that's how you hit.
Right?
And how much they practice that.
That's how you hit.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Here's Barrett looking to throw. Flush to it, and he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
To throw from his end zone. Barrett looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Tate. And he'll take this one up to about the 6-yard line. And now the Broncos will burn another timeout here, as they'll talk it over here before what'll be an important third down.
I took y'all something on the start of the damn game. Y'all making me mad. Oh, it's something wrong with that, dude?
Yeah. Plus everybody, like say everybody join, or you go on the phone, like everybody don't join at the same time. Or you get everybody to
Now a hand off
right.
Johnson.
Right.
And some room to work. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a first down. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
He was in there for a minute. It take that long to do it? They got sleeves and shit.
Ohio. You got guns and shit.
On first and 10, here's Barrett. Throw left side complete. It's Tate. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
Hey, yeah, this might. Remember me? It's a bomb in the business. It was tripping, dude.
Working out of the gun, it's Barrett. Over the middle, complete to Tate.
Oh, why jump?
They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's first and 10 up at the 46. Now Barrett. Quick hitter here, it's complete. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. Extra point good by Prater. And that makes this a 9-point game. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And Denver getting set to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on first and 10. A first down throw for Winston. Buying time to his left. Left side here to Sanders. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Give him 9 there on the first down.
They give up a touchdown.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Sanders. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. Jameis to throw it. Flushed out right. He's going to let one go deep for Parker. And that is incomplete. So we've reached halftime here in Detroit with the Lions out on top. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. No gain, and it's second down. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
It's complete to Parker, left side. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Hey, sub. Let's go. 5 low. 5 low.
Winston now from the 50. And nearly picked off there, and it would have been a great time for their first pick. Instead, it's second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Green, triple C. 5 low.
Throwing again, Winston on 2nd and 10. He sets to fire deep. This is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. O.J. Howard, his first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos draw a bit closer. And this time he gets it to go as it is up and good. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. This is taken near the 13. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. And they had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Barrett looks to throw on 1st. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Tate. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
1st and 2nd down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big.
Come on, let's go.
From the shotgun, here's Barrow. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And it is incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. Now, they've clearly made a conscious decision here to be more aggressive in the late stages of this game here in the 2nd half.
And I get it. In this situation, you know, if you want to be aggressive out near midfield, you feel good about your defense maybe, or just, hey, I thought I had a proper play call. But how about the guys that just stopped them? How good do they feel right now? You want to go for it here? We shut you down? They're over on the bench right now feeling great.
A gain of 6 there on 1st.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Winston. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Give them a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Now Jameis on 2nd down. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Sean Robinson in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Third and long for Winston. And he's going to go down again.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down?
Ready. Blue ready. Hey, stop.
From the gun, Winston. Looks for Parker, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Parker unable to get that one. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. They start the drive with Abdullah. Room here to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
On first down, Barrett throwing the out route incomplete. It's Jones. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
On 3rd down, Barrett. And Tate's got it. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 83 yards receiving now for him on the afternoon as he's got a first down here. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, Barrett. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 23 yards on the play. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? And the movement there coming from the middle of the line.
And you understand he wants to get off the ball quickly, but the ball's right in front of him. He has to watch it move first.
They'll come out in the pistol following the penalty. It's Johnson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions add on to their lead. And he's got it up and through. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And Denver getting set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. On the crossing route, he hits Demaryius Thomas. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, You enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
And that is incomplete here. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Again, it's Winston. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turnover 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing, but I'll guarantee you it's not very good.
They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. The Pro Bowler Chris Harris is in on the tackle.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
To throw on 3rd down. Barrett, throw left side, taken in by Galladay. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is taken at the 18. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. And Denver getting set to take the parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
He's going to look deep down the field. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And it's incomplete. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch. Is the arm there, the leg's still there? This has been a tough game. On 3rd down, Winston. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Ezekiel Ansah in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Desperation time. Winston on 4th down. And that is incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. So out now come the Lions. But they can thank their defense for another stop. And now look at the score, where they've got the football. They're looking pretty good.
They're looking excellent because now you're thinking to yourself, let's just take some time off the clock. Work it down. And, of course, you put another touchdown on the board. You can pretty much say bye-bye to this one.
Play calling here can be a little bit more conservative because of the lead.
A little bit more conservative. The biggest thing, everyone understands how to get the ball downfield and how to stay in bounds and make sure the clock keeps running.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw again, Barrett. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Blitz does come. And now another one thrown incomplete.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and get some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And Denver getting set to take the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ziggy Ansah in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Working out of the gun, Winston. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Well, the pressure, the hits, the sacks have been coming at him all game long. I'm frankly surprised that they haven't found a solution yet to create more time for him to throw it, or maybe change what they do on offense.
And that's one of the biggest differences in this game and why they're losing right now. Winston from the gun on 3rd down. And he will have a man, Demaryius Thomas. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Winston now to throw on 1st down. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Oh, free safety blitz. That can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback,
under pressure again, and down he goes again. Tyus Bowser in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs are going to lead to a 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And the pressure gets to him again. Sean Robinson in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it. He loses it. Somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now.
Let's go. What? 9.
A first down carry here for Johnson. There he goes inside the 30. Touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. The bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. First down, Winston. Sutton reeling it in on the left side. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Second down, Winston. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Throw left side complete. That's Sutton. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A first down throw for Winston. Going deep here for Parker. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
On second down, Winston again. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Sutton. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. To the air again with Winston. He's going to let one go deep for Parker. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his...
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. A great effort there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Broncos cut into that lead. McManus's point after is good, and that will get them one closer. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the young men. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. 2nd and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. Barrett now on 2nd down. It's brought in left side by Tate. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Taken in at the 22. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And coming out now, the Broncos. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Jameis now on 1st down. Throw left side complete. That's Sutton. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Now Winston. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off inside the 5. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. He was trying to hit Thomas that time.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
That one looks like he'll throw here. That's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on 1st down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
Flex round! Flex round!
Back to throw Barrett. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And this ball's going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot. And Denver getting set to take the field. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
Yeah, we'll see if they go back to base. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you'll give them that play.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time's going to run off the clock.
Now a 2nd down throw for Winston. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. 6 seconds now, 5 seconds. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, Stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for Detroit, it may not be too late to salvage their season as the win moves them to 2-5 now on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Seattle Seahawks come to town. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they'll take this loss into the bye as they'll be back in action in Week 10. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
I woke up and I'm feeling like a boss right now. I woke up and I'm feeling like a boss right now. I'm gonna hold it down, I swear. I roll up and I'm smelling like a right now. I do this for my rounds, oh yeah. Feel like in the real life, dripping on sauce in a good life. You shine, I shine, and ain't nobody gonna take mine. I just wanna be a boss. I will never ever fall. Chillin' like a boss with my feet up. Got a bag for him with a visa. Pulling up the no the leader. Getting out while I'm on the. She's a keeper. No play burritos. Get to the pesos with amigos. I cannot with no zeros. Don't you when I no, I can't show you no love, baby. Yeah, I am a boss in the cut. Mayday, bubbles and these models are. It's popping, I tip her. I skip her, I give her the. Girl, you on my line right now. Yeah, I can see the signs right now. Feeling like a boss right now. Feeling like a boss right now. And you just took a loss right now. Dripping in the sauce right now. Get a sprinkle up my style. I'm about to lock down. Feel like in the real life, dripping on sauce in the good life. You shine, I shine, and ain't nobody gonna take mine. I swear my life is amazing. Blowing money, no hesitation. Up, down, no basic. I know these be hating, but that's what made me feel like in the real life, dripping on sauce in the good life. You shine, I shine, and ain't nobody gonna take mine. I just wanna be a boss. I will never ever fall. I woke up and I'm feeling like a boss right now. I'm gonna hold it down, I swear. I roll up and I'm smelling like a right now. I do this for my rounds, oh yeah. The thicker the pie, thicker the bag. Meet them a buying, now leasing no beamer. I'm buying no counter, I'm driving it fast. They were just hating cause they in the way, and I'm way up and made it. The is mad. Man in them baggins, I'm all in my bag. Well, I ain't holding around. Just a little Merlin, out the cutie. Now I don't give a. Tell me why I would on the rose bar couch in my bag. Bands in my denim. In my denim, she was trying to for it out. She don't give a. She was in her bag. Fendi and some lane hags for a burger. Watch in the front seat of the fouled out J. We living so wild like Nas. When she was on vacation. We was on roll like tires. What we gon' I'm in my bag, I'm in my bag, my. I'm really just running for money. I'm love flow, Joe chasing the check. I'm really gon' run up the money. I'm Carl Lewis, really running the best. Car moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Car moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. I'm really just running for money. I'm love flow, Joe chasing the check. I'm really gon' run up the money. I'm Carl Lewis, really running the best. Car moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Car moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Bigger the bag, bigger the beef, bigger the problem, bigger the be one of the all in the same. Broke at the end of the month, flow Joe, kill mo, run it up, keep clean. Never let them touch, fits like temper tantrums. Girl, come back that up, all in the club, and bring all your girlfriends. Girl hopping up about a Pearl 6 Louis speed bag glued to her wrist. She was getting paid, she ain't think a thing, but she was thinking slay. We blade thicker than a snigger bag. Talking about she don't come with no baggage. Y'all in her bag, I probably should. I'm really just running for money. I'm love flow, Joe chasing the check. I'm really gon' run up the money. I'm Carl Lewis, really running the best. Car moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Car moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. I'm really just running for money. I'm love flow, Joe chasing the check.